Yes, Zac Efron is back.
He's back. Not singing and not dancing.
Taylor Schilling, who I've never heard of, is the female interest here. And Blythe Danner, who must have some of that 2-inch makeup. She's the mother of who, Dave?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right. A U.S. Marine returns from his third tour of duty with the one thing he credits with keeping him alive, a photograph of a woman that he found.
Now he feels... no, go ahead, please.
No, I was just going to clarify. He found the photograph, not the woman.
Right.
He finds the woman later on.
And because of finding that photograph, it kept him away from an explosion that would have killed him had he continued on his path. And he feels that he's drawn to this woman because of the photographs, kept him alive, and he tracks her down. And of course, love and romance ensues, Ed, as only it can with Zac Efron. As he stretches his acting chops to include some hard-hitting drama.
I can't tell if this was her husband here. The husband was lost in the war. There seems to be some adversary here who says this is his son. So I'm not sure what happened. He must have lost the photo, the husband. But is this the husband? Even watching the trailer with sound, it was not made clear.
And I'll have to be honest with you, Ed, it's probably a question that I'll never know the answer to.
I should have told you. I tried. I didn't know how.
But it's good to see Pretty Boy Zac moving on to roles that don't include high school musicals or high school musicals.
He seems to be doing better than the girlfriend. What was her name with the Joker face?
Was it Vanessa Hudgens?
Yeah.
Is that her name?
That you can't even understand yourself.
Is she the one that took the photos of herself in the...
Yes.
How do we say it, Ed? Buff? In the buff?
Well, who hasn't? Apparently, all of a sudden, these self-shot photos from phones are being hacked into and posted. There was another one that just came out, someone from Glee who I'd never heard of, but there was her photos.
Really? Why? Why do it, Ed? No one's hacked into my phone and my nude photos. I wonder why.
I didn't know you could take photos on those track phones.
You've just destroyed the illusion.
You have to get there is some newer track phones that are sort of like, smartphones. But who needs those when you can have the 988?
Right.
Just for calls.
Right. I pay $20 every 2-3 months, put on 90 minutes, and never turn the phone on.
I know you were surprised the one time I sent you a text. You weren't quite sure what it was or how to see it there.
Didn't know how to work it.
Okay, we have one more film. Think Like a Man, Dave.
I'll try. Oh, I'm reading this? I'm reading this read.
Right.
Think Like a Man. Look at that. Look at that. This film follows 4 interconnected and diverse men whose love lives are shaken up, Ed. Shaken up after their ladies followed the advice in a book they purchased written by Steve Harvey. It's PG-13 for sexual content, crude humor, and, some drug use. But there you have it, Ed. In a nutshell, not Tyler Perry.
Some kind of odd promotion with this book that's out, apparently.
Now, he has actually written a book.
Steve Harvey, I think this is a real book.
And this film is not necessarily based on the book, but it's a story about people who have bought the book and then use some of the advice in the book.
Right, the women are using the advice in the book, and then the men are getting the book to counteract what the women have learned.
And the hilarity ensues.
It does. I didn't see any in the trailer here, but somewhere there's some hilarity.
I did. I just saw Egg with a mustache.
Egghead.
Egghead, yes.
Returns. I don't know anybody in here except Gabrielle Union.
Well, wasn't he in The 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Oh, was he? Was he the guy
I believe he was,
in there?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know the name. Oh, no. Oh, food has been spilled.
Based on the book. Not actually, but people are using the book, as we just...
They know all of our maneuvers. This is war, gentlemen. Use it.
A couple of token white guys
Oh.
thrown in.
That's right.
I'm not saying it like that.
Is there an Entourage guy? The white guy? Is he? Never seen Entourage.
Neither have I, but that's not a surprise. But there's plenty of beautiful African American women throughout this film.
It looks like it, yeah.
They're very beautiful women.
Gabrielle Union was in that remake of Night Stalker, which didn't last long.
Kevin Hart, I believe he's a comedian who has appeared numerous times on Comedy Central. And there you go. Think like a man. Oh, look at that. I don't know what he's saying.
He's saying, like me on Facebook. And then he's giggling because it's so ridiculous. That's like when Mr. T would pop up and say, the 18 Tuesday.
I pity the fool who don't watch it.
He didn't pop up in the corner, though, like they do now on TV. Well, that's annoying, too. And yeah, he would just come on in the 30-second spot.
And then it would be, you have this.
That was a promo. Oh, let's see. Okay, that's all the films coming out this week. They're starting to pick up. We're getting at least 3 a week.
As we're getting into the summer festival season of summer film releases.
Except for Avengers weekend, where nobody's opening up against that juggernaut.
The Juggernaut. Wasn't that a movie, Juggernaut?
It was. It's also an X-Men character, too.
With Richard Harris
Yeah.
around the late 70s?
It was a ship.
Yes, it was. Look it up, folks. Watch it. And tell us about it. All right, what do we got next, Ed?
We've got DVD releases. The producer was waiting for the call.
Oh, Tom Cruise. So proud of himself for hanging onto a building.
I'm sure he had safety lines.
I think he did.
But he did hang out there.
That would be frightening. Don't you think?
It would be. Yeah,
I wouldn't do
do it. No. I don't like heights.
I don't like Tom Cruise movies.
This was supposedly pretty good for the 4th in the Mission Impossible line. The best thing is the theme on these films. Shame we did this. This and that Sleeping Beauty, remember, was the independent films with a lot of nudity that came out. This is the one Michael Fassbender was showing all of his parts.
Oh, no. Oh, did George Clooney or someone make reference to that on one of those award shows?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Of course, Michael Fassbender played Magneto in that.
High Road to China with Tom Selleck and Bess Armstrong. Now, I will say this. Just based on who's in this film, this has to be 25, 30 years old.
It was early 80s.
Okay.
I think this was capitalizing on the Indiana Jones type thing at the time.
Okay. It was a TV film or was it actually theatrically released?
It was theatrically released. I'm just surprised they put it on Blu-ray, is why I'm including it here. Bess Armstrong is best known as a TV actress of failed sitcoms. And most notably in that 4 Seasons. Do you recall her in there?
And she was in a Jaws film.
Yeah, Jaws 3, right. I guess she's most notable for that. And then she disappeared off the face of the earth.
Aw. Oh, God. 8 is enough.
First season.
Was this with the